Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today with us is Dr. Raghavan, famous Ayurvedic doctor from India. True legend. Thank you, doctor, for coming today.
Welcome.
Up until recently, many doctors and scientists have been telling us that we can get infected by coronavirus by being close to an infected person or touching infected surfaces. But recently, World Health Organization and some other scientists have told us that these aerosols in the air can be carriers of coronavirus. So please, doctor, can you clarify this for us?
It's correct. This coronavirus spread from person to infected surface by way of sneezing, coughing, even talking. Any respiratory effort can result into that. The respiratory particles which are laden with virus, bigger particle will settle down near the source. But the air current, smaller particle, that is aerosol, that will spread far away. That is not, we cannot predict how far it can go. That depends on the air current. So at the time anybody breathes in, that will gain entry into the person and the person will be infected. So far, so many methods are applicable to cleanse the surface, and direct contact, direct entry of the virus can be prevented by proper mask. But these are not perfect. Mask will not completely prevent the entry of virus.
A few days ago, I was very fortunate to be present at one of your webinars about coronavirus, actually about processes of medicated smoke and medicated water vapor to inactivate the virus. So please, can you repeat those processes for our viewers?
Two methods are there. One is dry heat method. The second one is wet heat. It can be applied intermittently. Both are active. So dry heat method will be more effective because it spreads further. We choose certain herbs which are having antimicrobial activity, which are having essential oil in it, and they are being subjected to heat, a source of heat. In India we use embers, and embers we put this, the amount required, so that in a regulate air supply, smoke is formed. Smoke is actually unburned particles. It is laden with heat also. Each particle, smoke particle, is having heat in it, and it becomes lighter. It goes up, and it spread. So the air which contains viral particles and the air, the smoke also is carried by air. The air is common for both. In that airy atmosphere, they will interact. There will be heat transfer from the higher heat to the lower one. The viral particles will disintegrated, desiccated, inactivate. That process will continue. If it enters into the respiratory tract of a person who is infected, he also will benefit out of that. The same process can act inside the respiratory system also. So both ways it will be useful. This smoking is not at all similar to fumigation. Fumigation is an entirely different process. Use chemicals hazardous to health. The wet heat process, we have to use a metal pot containing about 5 or 10 liters. We can use 100 grams of herbs which are having antimicrobial activity. This is boiled. Water vapor is produced. That goes up with heat. It is also containing heat. And that water vapor spreads all over the room. In that room, viral particles are also there in the air current. That will collide with each other. And the heat in that vapor will destroy the activity of the virus.
So, doctor, to clarify, once again for our respected viewers, we need 100 grams of the herbs with 10 liters of boiled water in the space of 100 square meters. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
In most of our homes, with air conditioner, we regulate the temperature between 20 and 25 degrees and the relative humidity from 40 to 50%. Can you tell us what happened to the virus in those conditions?
In the air-conditioned atmosphere, virus will be very active. Virus activity is continued till the humidity and the temperature are conducive for its activity. So we have to make a hostile atmosphere for the virus to be inactivated. By increasing the temperature by dry heat, the same way we increase the humidity and heat by wet heat. Both the cases heat is there and that heat will destroy the activity of the virus. So air conditioned atmosphere is always conducive for the growth, for the persistence of the virus. Virus will be active.
In many parts of the world, governments started relaxing lockdown measures. So luckily, we are returning to work. Regarding your suggestions, and I mean processes you explained, what suggestions do you have for our working places?
Judicious application of dry heat and wet heat with antimicrobial active medicaments will cleanse the atmosphere. Employees, when they come there, some of them may be asymptomatic carriers. So it is to be deemed that everybody is a carrier. They are to the safer side. So protect the atmosphere. You generate dry heat by smoke, using smoke, medicated smoke, and intermittently use wet heat to regulate the humidity in a higher level. That wet heat and dry heat alternatively used will be very comfortable for the occupants, that will protect their health also. In the same time, protect the environment free from active virus.
Thank you, Dr. Raghavan. I think all of us understood all your suggestions, and who could tell that such a simple techniques could make our lives so much easier, our families safer and healthier, and our employees and our working places. So thanks again, and thank you all for being with us today.